Turkey has an abundance of water, 25 river basins feeding agricultural land with plenty to export, while more than 140 hydroelectric power plants fuel the country's rapid growth. Some of the biggest schemes are on the Euphrates and the Tigris, but when Turkey's finished with that water, it flows to Syria and Iraq. And how much is left is a source of tension between the neighbours.
Iraq cannot complain about Tigris much.
It does.
Yeah, it does. It's a
Italy.
rhetoric. Yeah, it's a rhetoric, and it's a serious one to be taken into consideration.
These days, Turkey views water as an economic resource. With its dams and hydroelectric schemes, water is useful as well as precious. But when Turkey looks across its southern border at Iraq and Syria, it sees waste. Years of chaos in Iraq mean the country's ways of managing its water are outdated and inefficient. Although Iraq has had repeated droughts in recent years and 40% of the Tigris River arises inside Iraq, it still blames Turkey for taking too much. Ayşegül Kibaroğlu, who's taken part in many regional water negotiations and written the book on water law, says Turkey is not the problem.
Iraq and Syria are passing through abnormal times continuously. So Turkey is sure about the fact that water is not managed efficiently. Most of the water infrastructure is devastated, actually. So it was like that in Iraq war, now with Syrian civil war. They try to, of course, hide their wrongs, the governments in Syria and Iraq, because what they are doing wrong at home could be curtailed by actually accusing Turkey, not giving enough water.
But in the near future, Turkey's going to start taking much more water for agriculture, and that means new disagreements.
Turkey believes that Tigris and Euphrates could be sufficient if it is managed efficiently, if it is managed equitably, in a fair way.
War, pollution and climate change continue to muddy the waters, whatever agreements there have been in the past. Anita McNaught, Al Jazeera, Istanbul.